What is going on, guys? China Rider NC here, taking the Magician out for a go. I am finally plated, and yeah, I got a pretty cool plate, to be honest with you. The plate has like Y and Z, and I'll show y'all it here in a minute. Plate says Y and Z, which is for like Yamaha, and it also has 250 for the end for the last 3 digits. How cool is that? What are the odds of that being the plate I get? Y'all know this bike is a clone of a Yamaha Tricker, which is kind of cool, if you ask me. After riding and feeling the torquiness and being able to compare between two similar bikes, the TBR7, I've got that 1746 sprocket setup, 17 tooth counter sprocket and 46 tooth rear sprocket. And after riding this little guy and feeling the torque that you get out of this little motor with that little 15 tooth front sprocket on a bike this light, I really don't think I'm going to change it, to be completely honest with you guys. I really like it. It's torquey. I don't really get this bike over 60, and that's expected. It's still breaking in. I mean, I know doing the 17 tooth front sprocket will definitely get it there, and over time this bike in theory should be faster than my TBR7, but I don't really want this torquey factor to ever go away. I like it. It's just fun. But she's rolling good. Now I will tell y'all this, don't take Loctite not seriously with this bike. We went through and we Loctited most of the things, but I'm pretty sure we did Loctite it, but we still lost it. The rear passenger peg, one of the rear passenger pegs did vibrate out and fall on the street, and I lost the bolts that hold it in. I say the passenger peg, it's the rear one. It's not the one that I use, but it yeah. Luckily, I heard it fall and was able to, my fiance actually heard it fall. She was following me back from the inspection, and we were able to get that picked up. So that's good. It's a little worrisome. But yeah, so I just went back to the house after, parked it, came back the next day, made sure everything was real nice and tight again. That's something that you just got to do with these bikes. Make sure stuff is tight, Loctite them, and generally after the bike starts to settle, sorry guys, it seems like Loctiting all the time is needed. Not Loctiting, but going back and tightening. Of course you want to check and make sure your stuff's tight, but over time, from what I've noticed with the TBR7, is that just over time they start to stop loosening themselves a bit. It's like that's just part of the new bike factor of these, I guess. I don't know, I could be wrong. It really doesn't make sense, but it's just what kind of happened with the TBR7. Yeah, it's just a fun little get up and go bike, and every time I pass somebody, they're always looking at this one, even more so than the TBR7. And it could be from the aggressive Street Fighter look, because I don't have a front fender on this. And to be honest with y'all, I really don't think I'm going to put it on. I was worried about not passing the inspection. I don't ride in rain. I'm not going to ride this thing in the mud really or nothing like that, so I don't really have to worry about stuff slinging up on me. And I just really like the way it looks. It just gives it that cool Street Fighter look. But I love this bike though so far, y'all. And this clutch, let's talk about this clutch. The clutch, I haven't done any adjustment to it from when I got it, and it is perfect. It is like spot on. There's no play in that lever really. It's not dragging. It rolls completely freely. It's phenomenal. The way it feels, it just feels like it's tight and it's ready for you to hop on and ride and have a good time. It's like I find myself when I'm not with the bike, like pretending I'm squeezing it. I know that sounds weird, but it's just fun. It is just fun. And guys, I do want to talk about something. If y'all don't put that front fender on, and me and Dustin Seegers were talking about this too, there's a bracket that's supposed to come with these bikes to hold that speedometer cable out of the way of the front wheel. And unfortunately on mine it didn't come with it. And on my bike here, I don't like I said, I'm not putting on the front fender, so that's the other thing that would be able to protect it. So I was able to zip tie it up and out of the way, but you gotta be careful. You don't want to put too much strain on a speedometer cable. But it seems to be working fine. Like on this bike with my TBR7, I had endless jumping around, like jumping around like it was a jumping bean. And my speedometer needle would be like this, but it's not like that on this bike at all. It does very well. Now, I do want to talk about something. The foot pegs on this guy. They don't come with rubber inserts like the TBR7 did. And that is an issue for me, because riding this thing, the handlebar vibration has died down a little bit. Yeah, I'd still like to put some of those rods on the end that me and Dustin were talking about, but one thing that let's make sure my wife was there. I didn't feel it. One thing I do definitely want to make sure that I can get done is throw some rubber pads in these foot pegs, because they definitely get a lot of vibration, and it'll rattle your feet and make your feet start to fall asleep after a little while. Like after this ride right here, I haven't been riding very long, and my feet are they feel a little uneasy from being shaken so much. It's like they feel like it's restless. But that's all stuff that can be fixed. It's all stuff to be expected. Little things like that. I didn't buy a $20,000 Harley Davidson. I bought a $1,300 Chinese School Sport, and it's already gotten me from there to here without any trouble. And if you ask me, that shows it's something for the money. And yeah, let's talk about for the money real quick. The TBR7, I was thinking about this. I was asking my fiance. Somebody was talking to me, talking about how they felt like those bikes were junk or whatnot, and these mirrors too, I've got to get tightened up really bad. They like to get themselves out of place. These are just cheap mirrors. I'm going to get a replacement. I got one in the cart already. I want to make sure I get the bug out look. The circles, I like those a lot. But yeah, I was talking to my fiance. I said, babe, I paid $1,280 for the TBR7 when I got it, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, babe, I think I've gotten my money's worth out of enjoyment already, and just knowledge. You can pay so much money to go to school and learn how to do little things like this, or you can just actually get the bike and start doing it. It's awesome. Now, yeah, now that is most definitely not to discredit people that did go to school for that, because they are 1.5 million times smarter than I am about stuff. But I'm just saying the education experience, so to speak, is worth the money. Now yeah, I didn't want anybody to think that was a shot or a diss at people that go to school for motorcycle mechanics, because we need those people for sure. But yeah, just small engine learning. This right here was probably the best money I've spent to learn how to work a motorcycle, learn how it works and whatnot. So I'm super happy about both of the bikes. This one's just so much fun. It's so peppy and torquey and ready to go wherever. Like, I started this bike up a second ago, and goodness, it didn't want nothing. And there's nothing about the starter or anything. The starter on this bike is quiet. When it starts up, it's just purring. It's ready. This right here is actually my hometown. Most of y'all know I am in Randleman area, but sometimes keep biking Thomasville. But Trinity is where I'm from. Lived here since I was 5, and I love the area. But I am starting to home shift to Randleman. It's like Randleman feels like home. I get homesick when I'm not in Randleman anymore now. As y'all can tell, if you look at all the scenery here, you can tell I generally live everywhere everywhere I'm at. Around here is like the middle of nowhere, and I love it that way. I don't ever want it to change. Yeah, so that's just a little quick review of the Magician, and I hope y'all guys enjoyed it. And I just wanted y'all to see a little bit of on-road action with the plate now, so it's not like I gotta hop off the road really quick. I'm not worried about it. I'm not all tense. But yeah, Magician, it's cruising, gets up. I'm at 50 mile an hour now, 55, and if I keep rolling it, I'll get to 60, get 62. But you know, I was talking to Dustin, I've changed my riding style as well. And I'm not worried about getting there the quickest, I'm just worried about getting there. If I'm in a rush, I just won't take the bike, I'll take the car. Cause it's real easy to hop on the seat of a motorcycle and start revving it all the way out just because you can, because it's fun. I get it, it's fun. There's probably nothing more fun, in my opinion, besides pulling out with some shooting range or something with some big old boys or something like that. But no, besides that, riding is what I really like to do. And it's easy to go out and just want to go full throttle all the time when you don't have to. It's not necessary. You can still have just as good of a time just going out and being safe and making sure everybody else on the road's safe, and most importantly, making sure you're safe. Going out and doing 150 mile an hour in between traffic lanes and whatnot, that's not what you're gonna do on this bike, of course. And it's something you just gotta, just because it seems fun to you, it might not be fun for someone else when you smack into them, or might not be fun for you if you're riding somebody who doesn't see you, just all those things like that. But cool beans, y'all. I had a blast making this video. It's fun to ride the Magician as always, and I'll talk to y'all soon.